watching a very active tropical Atlantic. We have Hurricane Irma. We also have Jose and Katia. We'll show you those coming up in just a second. But Irma right now just to the north of the Dominican Republic. Center of the storm may be away from land, but boy, the folks in the Dominican Republic, especially on the northern side of the island, are feeling some of the effects. Hurricane force winds there, just barely hurricane force winds, but also strong winds out of the north, keeping those water or the wave action very significant along the northern coastline. Center of the storm, though, moving toward the Turks and Caicos, Bahamas, and eventually towards South Florida. And again, thinking has not really changed from the Hurricane Center over the past more than 24 hours now, as computer models have been indicating more of a turn toward either the southeastern tip of Florida, which includes Miami, or just to the east of the coast of Miami. Now that still falls within the margin of error from the Hurricane Center, and that is still very much possible, something that we'll be keeping an eye on, but at least the trend has been away from the Gulf of Mexico. And remember, never was New Orleans or Southeast Louisiana in the bullseye from any computer model. So just keep that in mind. This has never really been a threat for Louisiana at all. It was always possible that it could get into the eastern Gulf of Mexico, but model trends have been saying that is not going to happen. So staying away from us. The other areas of interest in the tropics is Hurricane Jose. Models are indicating that this is going to stay out over open water. Great news if this affects no land masses. Now it's going to get close to the kind of northern and northeastern Lesser Antilles as it makes that turn, possibly becoming a major hurricane, but hopefully just staying out over open water. The other storm is near land, and this is Katia. Now this is down to our south. Cold front is up to our north, or up to the north of this storm. It cannot move into that, so it's only going to continue moving southward, eventually making landfall in Mexico in the Bay of Campeche. No threat to us. 71 degrees, gorgeous outside this morning. Very pretty sunrise with some high clouds. Still a little bit of a breeze out of the east-northeast at around 11 miles an hour. We're in the 50s to start the morning on the North Shore and into southwestern Mississippi. Gulfport, though, is at 60 degrees, 66 at Belle Chase, and 64 right now in Houma. All locations quite a bit cooler than at this time yesterday morning, and tomorrow morning will be even cooler. We are under clear skies for the most part. Little high cloudiness kind of moving overhead thanks to the subtropical jet stream. Now, big upper trough is what brought down that cool, dry air. As that sets up along the east coast and we get a reinforcing upper trough that keeps us nice, but it also keeps that weakness out to our east. That is what will start drawing Irma northward and keeping it far away from us. Good feel air across the central United States and the southeastern U.S. as well. That front was fairly strong and brought with it some pretty chilly temperatures across, at least just to our north. I wouldn't call it chilly here, although you know what, some folks might say that's chilly. 50s on the North Shore come Friday and Saturday morning. 60s south of the lake. Afternoon highs staying below normal. Normal high is 89 degrees now, and we're going to stay below normal for the next several days. And what the good news is behind this front, this wasn't just a brief cool snap. It's going to stick with us through the weekend and as we continue on into next week. Gorgeous weather will last through the weekend and next week because of Irma. The actual flow around Irma on the western side is going to kind of reinforce that northerly flow for us as we head into next week. We'll continue to watch Irma, but again, it poses no threat to us. Another check of your forecast coming up in just a moment.